How you doing today, Mr. Gray? You feel like doing some planting out in the gardens with Papa? Yeah, you can come out with Papa. You were out with me this morning, weren't you, little buddy? Yep. You my guy. Hang in there. Hang tight. Okay, you're doing fine. Yep, he is. He's been all medicated. Given his special food this morning. He's hanging. He gets special food twice a day, plus he's always got his dry. And there's always the wet that's given and mixed with the dry for the kitty crew. So Mr. Gray, he's doing the best he can every day, just like we are for him. Right, my buddy? Let Papa give you a bath. Yeah, come on. I'll take a bath with you. How about that? We're both sort of stinky today, right? But it's a better day than yesterday. Oh, well, hello there, friends and family. There you are on this fine and wonderful Sunday. What, July the 9th, 2023. And you might notice, unlike yesterday when we were all out here in the blazing sun, today's different. It's rather heavily overcast. It wasn't this morning, but now, since it's near noon, it is. And the temperature's in the 80s. And the sun's not burning us to the ground. So hey, I thought we'd do some planting since I was in prepping some food. Because that's what you do on these lazy, hazy, overcast days, right? So let me show you what we got. You've probably seen it a million times before. But there are a few facts that I want to tell you that you may have never heard before. But some people sort of stretch the truth. So come on, let's get to planting something so beneficial for me and for all of you. And they're not free, but we're going to talk about some things that maybe other people have led you astray. Okay? So yeah, you've all seen it. This is our pepper and tomato patch. And we're having church services behind us and everything, so you might hear them a little bit in the background. But you've all seen my little start of an onion plant here. And of course, this is where we take all of our green onion ends that we cut off, similar to what we have on this paper plate that I cut off this morning. See, got the roots on the end. And we're going to plant them. Now, we had to buy these onions at Superfoods. I think we paid 47 cents a bunch, which wasn't too bad. I've seen them as high as 90 cents between now and, you know, that fateful year 2020. Yep, they got stupid too on the price. Yeah, it just wasn't Superfoods, it was everywhere. There was supposedly an onion crisis. And of course, everybody that is anybody on YouTube was saying, oh, you better grow your own onions forever. There'll be no more. But as we saw, yeah, there was a little bit of a shortage there. Maybe it was a little bit of a planned shortage, I might say. But instead of a real one, so they could jack the prices up. Hey, similar to those eggs, right? Yeah, we all know how that turned out. Yeah, and I'm thinking there's been a whole lot more planned shortages more than real. Far too many people are involved in the whole scheme. But anyway, back to the onions. Y'all know the benefits of onions. They're, you know, antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal. They're just They're just great. They're great for you. And they have so many minerals and vitamins too. You can look it all up. I'm not going to do it all for you. But yeah, we have to pay for these, and then we're going to stick them in. And then they're going to re-sprout just like these did. Yep. Now, will we have onions forever? No. And see, that's what many claim when they do this. You get these, they're free because you would have thrown them away. That's the premise. And then once you plant them, you're going to have onions forever. Well, that's not quite so, because onions are what is known as a biennial. On the first year, they do what they're doing right here. You know, they put up these nice, lovely, flavorful white stalks and green leaves that we covet, and we cherish and we love. You know, in all of our dishes, salads, tacos, oh, I could go on and on and on. Salads, potato salad, macaroni salad. Yeah, all kinds of things. But on the second year, onions, no matter which type, go to seed. Yes, they do. And I can take you right over here in the old raised bed and show you some that have. Come on, let's go over there. It's just a little ways down the ways. So yeah, we're over here at the raised bed where my old onion plant was. You've seen it so many times. And yeah, I did the same thing here. I planted the ends of the onions. And here's another one. And you can see right here, this year, this onion went to seed. Yep, it did. So it's done. And it's looking like it's done. Now, granted, what happened here, since these are a type of multiplying onions, if you follow that seed stalk back, there's the old onion, and here's a new onion. Yeah, that can happen too. But you gotta have the right variety. And not all green onions you buy at the store are the same. There's many varieties involved in green onions. You can see here, I had another one go to seed this year. It's done. But since it was a multiplying onion, you can see the old one here, right here. Here's the bulb. And you can see a new one growing right beside it. So yeah, these are multiplying onions. And like I say, not all green onions are multiplying. You'll see the seed packets that say bunching onions. Yeah, walking onions. There's all kinds. In fact, some farmers, because the seed is cheaper, they'll just raise conventional yellow or white onions up to the green onion stage and harvest them then. When they're thinning, yeah. So you might be planting the ends of a white onion, globe type, you know, that has a bulb. Like this one over here is forming a bulb. Yeah. And that's a fact. I learned that by visiting commercial onion fields. You know, learning how the people who do it for a living and feed us do it every day and make it pay. I learned that. They go in the fields at a certain time and they thin, but they're growing bulbing onions. But the small immature onions can be sold as green onions. Yeah, imagine that. Just some fun facts about the green onions you buy, whether you're buying them in your local grocery store or farmer's market too. Yeah, they're not all created equal. No, they are not. So maybe you should ask some questions, especially at the farmer's market. But we're going to stick these in the ground, and it ain't hard. And we've already watered this morning. There was a heavy dew, so the ground is acceptable, and the weather is too. And we're just going to take our hand and move out some of that fine organic debris. That's about all the ground prep we're going to do. This don't got to be perfect. And once they come up a ways, you'll see we rake it back over. Yeah, here's a weed. It's another one of those chamber bitter weed. We don't want that. Get rid of him. Okay, now what are we going to do? We're going to come out here, about an index finger length. Yeah, we're back using our world famous tool. I mean, pretty much you can do a lot of gardening with just that one index finger. We're going to lay it out. We're going to come out here. Ain't got to be precise. And we're going to make us a little hole. Yep, right there. And we're going to stick that end in. Yep, just like that. Where it's all comfortable. And then we're going to cover it up. Yep, there it is. We're going to come down a little ways. And we're going to make another hole. We're going to take another one. Make sure it's deep enough so its roots have plenty of room to stretch out. And there we are. And we're just going to repeat that process. I call this tickling the dirt. Every once in a while, she starts to giggle a little bit, you know, that Mother Earth. Yep. And I mean, you can plant in between your areas if you want. This don't got to be precise. See how I'm doing that? Tickle a little hole deep enough, get all those roots in there comfy. That one ain't quite deep enough. We hit a root. So there we go again. Cover it up and move on down. See? This ain't hard, is it? Not hard at all. You know, if you want to be OCD, you can take your little ends and space them out however you want them. See? Then you just come here, and the hole don't gotta be in line. I'm pretty OCD, and I'm anywhere from 2 inches apart, you know. Green onions, they don't need a whole lot, you know. And I'm just making quick work of this. Yep. We'll just leave that one there as a spotter, okay? And we'll just move on down. Do a little more rough ground prep here with the old hand cultivator, which actually is a hand. And we'll make some more holes. You know, where it's getting dry. Old fingers starting to have to dig a little. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta make a bigger hole because you got more roots, see? You want them to all be happy. Stick them on down there. And don't bury them deep. Just under the surface will be just fine. You know, if you see a weed along the way, snatch him out, okay? So we're not done yet. We got a few stragglers. But that row's getting a little bit hard to deal with. So I've got this one here. I'm just going to continue this row right here. Boy, we working that index finger today. Of course, we got some more planting to do. Yeah, but it's seed, so it'll be okay. We're just going to stick them down in there, cover them back up. Now, somebody's been counting these, I know. So you know how many I done put in here. And that hole ain't cooperating. Want to keep close up. So here we go down on this one. Tickle, 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 tickle. Yep. Rock. Now, there we are. The paper platter, planting platter, or planting plate is now empty. And let's see, we now got a whole new line of onions, and we've extended this line. Plus we got a lot of fine green onions to eat. And you know what, you can go out here and just chop these off. And they'll continue to grow. But here, like I'm saying, next year, as much as I chop them, they're going to eventually send up that seed stalk and go to seed. Now, if they're the bunching onion type, or spreading, yeah, they may throw up a stalk up on this onion and start another onion here and here. Who knows? We'll have to see what type these are. So, it's always a mystery. And that's what makes gardening all the more fun. Yep, it does. But I just thought you'd like to come out with me and plant a plate of onions and have some fun. Why, we're not roasting and toasting in the midday sun. Yeah. And just for informational purposes only, we did get a little rain yesterday early evening. I think it was around 6 or so. Wasn't much, a tenth or two. But we'll take every drop, even the drops of dew. And there we have it. That's all we got for you on this Sunday, July the 9th, 2023. But we're going to get to planting some more, but we're going to leave it a mystery. We're going to plant along this run of soaker hose here, and the one over there, and the one over there. But that's a secret. You'll have to wait and see. Maybe you can guess. If you do, or want to, put it in the comments below the video. And hey, if you plant your onion ends differently than me, you can also let us and the whole community know in the comments below the video. And yes, you can put them in pots, containers, cups, totes, what have you. Or you can just get out the world famous, most versatile garden tool in the world, the index finger, and go stick them in the ground around your yard too. So, y'all, sun's trying to break through the clouds. My nose is starting to run. Must be that pollen. They say got high pollen count today. Still don't know from what. They won't say. They're keeping it a secret. But I do hope you enjoyed our little planting episode of here in Mr. Tom's neighborhood in the deep south of Alabama. And hey, until I and the kitty crew, you know them all, Spooky, Speedy, Cleo, old Mr. Gray, sometimes Heathcliff, and little Gracie too. See you on that next video. Y'all take care, stay safe, and God bless you as you have blessed those in your lives. Goodbye for now. Well, that sun's trying to burn off our cloud cover, so we better get it on and get to moving on. Yes, we better. I want to plant those areas where that hose runs across bare ground. Yeah, before the rain comes. That'd be nice. Well, Mr. Gray, would have been nice having some help today, but you chilling in front of your fan. Okay, old guy, I understand. I love you, Mr. Gray. Later, all.